What you asked for is moving closer now. Your energy is finally ready to receive it, and life is beginning to open the door. Take a deep breath, and for a moment, allow yourself to become still. There is nothing you need to force right now. There is nothing you need to chase in this moment. There is nothing you need to prove to life before you are allowed to receive. Just breathe and allow yourself to arrive here fully, because something you have asked for is beginning to move closer to you now. Something you have imagined, something you have prayed for in your own way, something you have quietly wanted for longer than you have admitted. It is not as far away as it once felt. Your life is beginning to shift into a new relationship with receiving. And even if your outer reality still looks familiar, something inside of you is already changing. Your energy is becoming more open. Your mind is becoming more ready. Your spirit is beginning to understand that receiving is not something you need to fear. You are allowed to receive more. You are allowed to have more. You are allowed to experience more beauty, more abundance, more clarity, more love, more support, more freedom, and more ease than you have known before. Take another deep breath and allow those words to settle into your body. You're allowed to receive more, not because you earned it through exhaustion, not because you struggled enough to deserve it, not because life finally decided you suffered long enough, but because receiving is part of life. Expansion is part of life. Abundance is part of life. And you are part of life too. You do not need to keep standing outside of your own blessings. You do not need to keep preparing forever. You do not need to keep waiting until you feel completely perfect, completely healed, completely confident, or completely ready. Sometimes readiness begins with permission. Permission to believe that something good can happen for you. Permission to stop blocking the very thing your soul has been asking for. Permission to move differently now. And today, you are giving yourself that permission. You are becoming more available for the life that has been trying to reach you. You are becoming more open to what is meant to enter your reality. You are becoming more aligned with the version of you who can receive without shrinking, questioning, or pushing it away. Because sometimes the thing you asked for does not only require action, it requires capacity. The capacity to hold more, the capacity to trust more, the capacity to stop rejecting good things before they fully arrive. And that capacity is growing inside of you now. Slowly, gently, powerfully. You are learning how to receive without guilt. You are learning how to accept good things without waiting for them to disappear. You are learning how to let life be generous with you. And that is a sacred shift. Because the old version of you may have believed that everything had to be difficult. That love had to feel uncertain. That money had to feel stressful. That success had to feel exhausting. That peace had to be temporary. That life had to be something you survived instead of something you were allowed to enjoy. But that old belief is losing power now. You are not here only to survive. You are here to experience life fully. You are here to expand. You are here to receive. You are here to become connected to the reality that matches your growth. Take a slow breath and allow yourself to release the pressure of needing to know exactly how everything will arrive. You do not need to control every detail. You do not need to predict every step. You do not need to understand every movement happening behind the scenes. The path can open in ways your mind has not imagined yet. The right opportunity can arrive through a door you were not staring at. The right person can enter your life when your energy is no longer attached to forcing connection. The right money can come through an unexpected channel. The right answer can appear after a season of silence. The right direction can become clear after a period of confusion. Life can still surprise you. The universe can still move in ways that feel bigger than you're planning. Your future can still become more beautiful than your current mind knows how to picture. And you are allowed to stay open to that. You are allowed to believe that life can meet you in unexpected ways. You are allowed to trust that what is meant for you can find you with ease. You are allowed to receive without needing to chase everything into existence. Because what belongs to your next chapter will recognize your energy. It will move toward you. It will align with you. It will become part of your reality in the right timing. And this does not mean you stop moving. It means you stop moving from fear. You stop moving from panic. You stop moving from the belief that everything disappears unless you hold it tightly. You begin moving from trust, from clarity, from self-respect, from inner knowing, from the version of you who understands that receiving is not passive. Receiving is alignment. Receiving is openness. Receiving is allowing life to meet the version of you who is ready for more. And you are becoming that version now. You are no longer the same person who asked from fear. You are no longer the same person who hoped while secretly expecting disappointment. You are no longer the same person who imagined a better life, but felt unworthy of entering it. Something inside you is becoming stronger now. Something inside you is beginning to say yes to more. Yes to abundance. Yes to peace. Yes to opportunity. Yes to being supported. Yes to being seen. Yes to being chosen by life in beautiful ways. And every time you say yes internally, your energy changes. Your posture changes. Your decisions change. Your reality begins to respond differently. You begin to notice openings you once ignored. You begin to accept help you once rejected. You begin to trust timing you once questioned. You begin to feel more comfortable with good things entering your life. That comfort matters, because receiving often begins as a feeling you must learn to hold. A feeling of safety, a feeling of worthiness, a feeling that says, this can be yours, this can stay, this can grow, this can become real. You are allowed to let good things become real for you. You are allowed to let your life become easier than it used to be. You are allowed to stop identifying with struggle. You are allowed to let abundance become normal in your reality. Take another deep breath and listen carefully. The thing you asked for may not arrive in the exact shape your mind expected. It may arrive better. It may arrive wiser. It may arrive in a way that fits the person you have become. Sometimes life does not give you the version of the dream that belonged to your old identity. Sometimes life gives you the version that matches your evolution. And that is why trust is important now. Because you are not receiving from the same energy anymore. You are receiving from a deeper place. A clearer place, a more aligned place, a place inside you that understands what truly belongs in your life. You are becoming more honest about what you want, more honest about what feels right, more honest about the kind of reality you are ready to live inside. And as that honesty grows, your path becomes cleaner. The distractions begin to lose power. The old attachments begin to fade. The things that were never meant to come with you begin to fall away. And the life that actually matches you begins to move closer. This is not random. This is alignment. Your energy is entering a new level. Your heart is becoming more open. Your mind is becoming more receptive. Your nervous system is learning that receiving does not need to feel dangerous. You can receive safely. You can grow safely. You can be supported safely. You can become visible safely. You can hold more money, more attention, more opportunity, more love, and more success safely. You do not need to sabotage what arrives. You do not need to test every good thing until it breaks. You do not need to push away what you secretly asked for. You can let it come closer. You can let it become real. You can let it stay. There is a version of you who knows how to receive beautifully, calmly, naturally, confidently. And that version is already beginning to rise inside of you. This version of you does not beg life to choose them. This version of you does not chase what creates anxiety. This version of you does not shrink in front of blessings. This version of you stands open, grounded, and ready. Ready to receive what aligns. Ready to welcome what supports. Ready to allow what expands. Ready to trust what feels deeply right. And you are stepping into that version now. One breath at a time. One thought at a time. One decision at a time. Your life is beginning to open around this new identity. And even before the full manifestation appears, your energy can begin living as someone who knows it is already moving. Because it is moving, things are shifting in ways you cannot fully see yet. Connections are forming. Timing is organizing. Ideas are landing. Opportunities are preparing. Your path is adjusting. Your life is making space for what you asked for. And you are making space inside yourself too. That is the most important part. Because when something bigger is coming, life often asks you to create room. Room in your mind, room in your heart, room in your schedule, room in your standards, room in your identity, room in the way you see yourself. You cannot keep calling in a new life while holding tightly to an old self-image. And you already know this. That is why you have been changing. That is why certain things no longer feel right. That is why your desires feel stronger. That is why your intuition feels louder. That is why your old reality feels smaller than it used to. You are not imagining it. You are expanding. And the thing you asked for is connected to that expansion. It is moving toward the version of you who is willing to grow into it. So let yourself grow. Let yourself become bigger internally. Let yourself expect more from life. Let yourself believe that good things can arrive without chaos attached to them. Let yourself believe that what is meant for you can come with peace. Let yourself believe that abundance can feel natural. Let yourself believe that receiving can feel safe. You are worthy of a life that does not always require struggle first. You are worthy of support that feels steady. You are worthy of opportunities that expand your world. You are worthy of money that flows with more ease. You are worthy of love that feels clear. You are worthy of peace that stays. You are worthy of a reality that feels like an answer to the version of you who kept believing. Even when it was hard, even when the signs were quiet, even when nothing seemed to be moving, something was still forming. And now life is beginning to bring it closer. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to receive this truth. What you asked for is not impossible. What you asked for is not too much. What you asked for is not outside of your path. Your desire exists because some part of you already knows there is more available. More life, more expansion, more beauty, more alignment, more to experience, more to become. And you are allowed to follow that pull. You are allowed to stop apologizing for wanting a bigger life. You are allowed to stop making yourself small to feel safe. You are allowed to let your future become wider than your past. You are allowed to receive what matches the person you are becoming. And from this moment forward, let your energy begin opening to that. Let your mind stop rehearsing disappointment. Let your body stop preparing for everything to fall apart. Let your heart stop closing before life even reaches you. You are safe to open. You are safe to receive. You are safe to believe that something beautiful is moving toward you now. And when it arrives, you will know how to hold it. You will know how to welcome it. You will know how to grow with it. Because you are not the same person anymore. You are ready in a way you were not ready before. Ready to receive without fear. Ready to expand without guilt. Ready to accept without questioning your worth. Ready to let life become better than it has been. So breathe. The door is opening. The energy is shifting. What you asked for is moving closer. And you are becoming the version of yourself who can finally receive it. If you're ready to stay aligned with this energy, I created a manifestation and self-love journal for you. The link is in the description. Thank you for being here.